Welcome back to another episode of the UTV build. Today I'm going to be working on the rear suspension, so stay tuned. So what my plan is, a shock mount on this side right here, and then I'll probably build out in a shock mount here. I do need to make sure that my suspension's in the right place. That way I don't overextend or overcompress my drive shaft slip joint. So I'm gonna get started on figuring out where my travel is setting and then building some strut mounts. Thinking about doing this. So running the bottom half on there, and then the top runs right here. And that actually fits in there just perfectly. For this side, it's built a little bit differently. The bottom brace here comes in a little more on the right side than it does on the left. So cut it out and add a different one. That way I can fit this other shock in here. But I'd like them both to be right there. I was gonna lay them over the center axle here. That would give it the most power for the least amount of shock, but they fit in that area so nicely, I just can't not put them there. And all I've done is just drill the hole in here, and then this piece slips right in, just like that, and then I'll just weld the back of that in. And then this guy slips right on here. I've also drilled a little hole in there, that way I can put a cotter pin in after the bolt's on, just to hold everything together a little better. Here's my top mount design. I need to drill a hole through the bottom half of this pipe here in order to go all the way through. But that way they're kind of capped. It's a lot more structurally sound than just running a bolt through just the pipe and then bolting it on. It also looks a little better. And that way I can weld this corner and really give some structure to that area. Alright, that last piece is in. Just a quick little section up. It's not fully welded, but it has a little bit bigger weld than a tack on it because I'm going to set this thing down. So now I'm just going to put my wheels back on and set this thing on the ground under its own suspension. Alright, the suspension is all put together and done. Really happy with the way the suspension fits in there and looks when it's in there, even though it'll all be covered up in the end. If you want to follow along with this build, be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell down there so that way you get a notification when the next video comes out. Thanks for watching.